I'm just setting things up as I was about to say, as I'm setting things up, the REM pod continuously is going off. What's there? Who's there? Something is there to make that continuously go off. There's no electricity out here. We're in the middle of the damn woods on the campsite. The reason for that to be going on other than spiritual activity. Hey, what is up? I am so glad that you're here with me tonight. Tonight, I am at a campground in Duplin County, and I've done one investigation here in the daytime. If you guys have seen the video I did about the dancing lady, this is the location. I did tell the lady that was here that I will be coming back at nighttime, and so I'm here conducting this investigation. The REM pod was going off like crazy. No reason for it to go off other than spiritual activity because there's no electricity around this area. So it's going to be quite an adventure. Come along with me and let's see who or what we encounter. Let's go. Are there spirits here with me tonight? Okay, thank you. Is the dancing lady here? Can you make yourself known to me, please? Are you the one that made my REM pod go off earlier? Yeah, I could feel something out here. I didn't know who it was, but now I know it was you. Okay. Are there others out here with you? I would really like for you to interact with me tonight so we can get more information from you, but also just to get a feel of how things are. Can you do that for me? Great. Okay, I have a device called a spirit box, which will allow you to speak in your own words. Would you like to use that? No. When I first came out to this location tonight, I grabbed my dowsing rod immediately and asked to be shown the direction I need to go at to start this investigation. This is the area that the dowsing rod brought me to. Very interesting thing here. Right there where I had the REM pod and all my equipment set up over there, there's a big hole right there. I don't know the story behind the hole, but I do know whoever dug that, whenever it was dug, disturbed something. So we're going to go see if we can find out who or what it is that was disturbed in that area. Let's make our way over there. I just spoke to Chris, my son. He actually lives in this camp area and he works here. And he was telling me that he is the one who dug this hole. And he said he dug up parts of pottery, clay pottery, like from the Native Americans. He also found some bone fragment. I had no idea that whenever I mentioned the hole, I just knew what I was feeling. Definitely something was disturbed while this hole was dug. Now, I'm going to try to find out what exactly it was that was disturbed. and if anything needs to be done in order to have peace in this area. Because right now, right over here, it's a hot spot. I can feel it like crazy. And it makes sense. That's the reason why the REM pod kept going off. Grandma? Grandma, can you tell me what was disturbed in this hole when it was dug? Was there a hut there at one time? This is for the Native Americans? So whenever Chris dug that up, he disturbed something in that hole, didn't he? The thing that he disturbed, was it of a human nature? Okay. Was it spiritual in nature? Okay, so that leads me to this, because I just got all this going on in my mind now. Was this at one time, Grandma, was this a sacred place? This area, this whole little clearing right here, this was a place they came to do sacrifices. Okay, so the bone fragment that Chris found, Grandma, the bone fragment that Chris found, was that human bone? Yes. There were human sacrifices? Is that why this land is so haunted? That makes sense, guys. Makes a lot of sense to me. Because as soon as you walk on these grounds, things feel different. I don't know how to describe it. I'm just telling you that it's different. My REM pod's over there spiking, not my REM pod, my K2's over there spiking up. Are the spirits of the sacrifices here? Can I speak to them? Ocio. Can you tell me your name, please? Rabbit foot. I don't know what that would sound like in the native language, but it transfers into rabbit foot. Translates, rather. Okay, rabbit foot, can you tell me how old you are? 17. Were you a sacrifice here? Were you willing to be the sacrifice? They gave you stuff to drink beforehand? The stuff that they gave you kind of numbed you a little bit, didn't it? And that's how they were able to control you to get you to be the sacrifice. Rabbitfoot, were you the final sacrifice? Do you know how many were sacrificed in this hole? Can you tell me? $25? No? Is it more than 25? More than 30? Are there more than 30 out here, Rabbitfoot? Rabbitfoot, are there more than 30 that were sacrificed out here? Rabbitfoot, are you still here? Just like that, guys. Just like that. Poof. You don't want to talk anymore. He was the final sacrifice, too. According to what he was telling us, there must have been multiples upon multiples upon multiples. Grandma? Do you know how many sacrifices were done here, Grandma? Do you know if there was a lot of them? If you had to guess, Grandma, would you say there are over 25 here? Do you know how often they would sacrifice? Twice a year? One at the beginning and one in the middle? Since Chris, my son, is the one who dug this hole up, is there anything he needs to be concerned about? No? Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Are there any more spirits here that want to talk to me? Okay, I just spoke to Rabbitfoot. Is someone else here that wants to speak? Please come forward and tell me your name. White Feather? White Feather, were you a sacrifice? This is a female? So I don't know what just happened, guys. I don't know how much of that you saw because the camera turned itself off. But I spoke to 3 different spirits here at the age of 17, which is the age at which they were sacrificed on this land, and they were all virgins. Each one of them I asked the same question of, can you tell me how many were sacrificed here? And every time I asked it, they shut down and they would not communicate with me. So I tried again, just wanted to speak, just want to say something, anything, a word, hello, how are you doing, anything. Dead silence. So we're gonna move around a little bit and just see what we can find. Let's go. I just moved away from the area where the sacrifices were done at, and you guys saw that every time I asked how many were there, they were shut off. They would not talk anymore to me. So I moved over to the other area, which is I can see where that pit is, but it's a good little ways away from me to that. Is there a spirit near me right now? The spirit that is with me, is this Native American? So you know about the sacrifices? Were you one of the sacrifices? Were you one of the elders that oversaw the sacrifices? No? Did you participate in the sacrifices? Okay. So I was also a no. If this is a male, move the rod to the left. If it's female, move it to the right. Yeah, that's what I was picking up. I was thinking this was a female. Is the one I'm speaking to now, is this the dancing lady? No? Can you tell me your age, dear? 34? Did you die on this land? Were you a member of the tribe that did the sacrifices? Okay. Can you tell us what your name is? Is what I'm hearing in my head, is this correct? Is this your name? Is it okay if I just call you T? Good, thank you. Thank you for telling me that. Okay, T, so you were a member of this tribe. You died on this land. Was it in the spot that I'm at now? Was it in the clearing that we're at? Okay, T, I don't know if you're knowledgeable about this or not, how much you do know about this, but I asked 3 of the ones who had been sacrificed. I asked them all the same question, which was, could you tell me how many were sacrificed? And every time I asked, they would shut up on me. So I'm curious. My curiosity is getting the best of me. T, do you know how many were sacrificed here? Can you tell me the number? 36. All these were human sacrifices. All at the age of 17? No? Were there some younger than that? Was there some younger than 17, T? Was any older than 17? "36 children were sacrificed on this land." Now, in today's world, we would look at that very negative. But you got to think back to the time frame that this was. This is when the Native Americans here were allowed to have their own land, their own way of living, their own everything. They had their own spiritual beliefs. And their belief was do one sacrifice at the beginning of the year, one sacrifice in the middle of the year, and your land will be blessed with peace and prosperity. Confirmation on that? T, is what I just said correct? Thank you. So I don't want you to look at this as a negative thing. I want you to look at this as part of historical fact that these things were done, and they were done for the betterment of the tribe and of the land. And I know that some of you are probably like, that's just sick, that's sick. Different culture, different time, all of that jazz. T, can you tell me what role you played in the tribe? You helped prepare the meals? T, were you the chief's son's wife? Should I be concerned about my safety here? No. Good, 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 good. Is there anything you would like to say more? Okay. Well, let me ask you this now. I have a thing called a spirit box, which will allow you to speak in words that we can understand so that everybody can hear it. Would you be willing to do something like that? Awesome. What I'm going to do now, you guys have seen me do this, I don't know how many times now. I'm going to put the camera down on the phone. Try that one more time. I'm going to put the camera down on the spirit box. Oh, the spirit box is going. And we're going to be using the necrophonic for this one. Okay, so I just gave you time to speak, T. Were you able to say what you needed to say? Good. Is there anything I can do for you while I'm here? Okay. Guys, I'm sorry my hands are so shaky. Do you want to cross over? No? Okay, so just a few moments ago, when I had the camera down on the spirit box, my son Chris and I walked over this area. And this area I'm standing at right now, guys, is extremely hot in the spirit realm. The guy who used to own this land, his name is Mr. Van. He's here. And we're about to carry on a conversation. You're about to be part of it. Mr. Van, are you here? Thank you, sir, for being willing to speak to me. Mr. Van, are you pleased with the way that the Nickersons have been doing this land? He said, I wish I had thought about this. Mr. Van, is there anything you would like to say? Would you like to use my spirit box to speak? Mr. Van, would you like to use the spirit box? What is going on, man? Mr. Van, do you want to use the spirit box to talk to me? No. Okay. It's not a problem. Not a problem at all. You can speak directly to me, and I will let everyone know what you say, okay? This little piece of property has been in my family for years. I'm glad they came and talked to me about this land because I know I was getting close to my time. I'm always going to be here. The place you're standing at right now, son, is my favorite place at all. Mr. Van, are you standing right behind me right now? You got your hand on this part of my back. Is that correct? He said, well, son, it looked like you were going to fall over. I was trying to help you out. Thank you, Mr. Van. I appreciate it. By the way, I don't know if I introduced myself to you earlier or not, Mr. Van, but I'm Danny Kelly. I'm Chris's son. I'm Chris's son. How the hell did that happen? I'm gonna have to cut that part out. I'm Chris's father. Boy, did I mess that up. You know, I mean no harm or disrespect. I just want to speak. Is that cool with you? Okay, so you said you had something you wanted to say. Okay, go ahead and speak to me, Mr. Van. I spent many a day out here just walking these woods. I love nature. Okay, Mr. Van, so I was told that this spot where we're at right now is like your favorite spot of all of this whole campground area. Can you tell me why? You said you came out here to pray and to just get away from everything? In this particular spot that we're at right now, this was your favorite place of all. As a matter of fact, Mr. Van, had you still owned this property at your death date, you would have been buried out here, wouldn't you? Is there anything I can do for you while I'm here, Mr. Van? Is there anything more you'd like to say? Okay, well, thank you for speaking to me, sir. Rest well, my friend, rest well.
Hey, what's up, guys? I was just in my cabin. Well, take two. Hey, what's up, guys? So, I was in my cabin here. I decided I was going to go outside and smoke a cigarette. So, I'm sitting outside on the porch there of the cabin that I'm at right now. And I saw something out of the corner of my eye to my right, and I was like, what, what is it, But then it started taking shape. It was a white mist. It took shape of a human, as if it were lurching out, trying to get to me. I asked who was there, got no response. Definitely know that this place is haunted. There's no doubt about it. 100%, totally, 100,000,000%, totally bona fide, verified, hauntified, if you feel what I'm saying. Alright, I just want to share that with you guys. Love you all.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this investigation for tonight. Thank you for coming along with me on this yet another crazy adventure that I do. I say it every time, man, and I mean it every time that I say it. That this dude right here, I love every one of you from the bottom of my heart. That pointed part at the bottom, you know what I'm talking about. So, until next time, guys, this right here is Danny Kelly, and I will see you, my Phil, on the flip side.